Good evening, everyone. It feels good to be with you this evening. If you can hear me loud and clear and you can see my face, please let me know in the comments. If you can hear me loud and clear and you can see my face, let me know in the comments. If you can hear me loud and clear and you can see my face, let me know in the comments. If you can hear me loud and clear, you can see my face, let me know in the chat. Say something in the chat, let me know. Okay. William says, I can hear you, ma'am. I can see your face and hear you. I can hear you very well. So I would like you to tell me where you're watching me from and what you do, as that would guide me towards my content. Let me know where you're watching me from and what you do. Let me know where you are watching me from and what you do, whether you're on Zoom or you're on YouTube. Tell me what you do and where you are watching me from. Yeah, Ragi says, I can hear you clearly. Babangida says, I can hear you. Oluwatoyin says, I can see and hear you. Aminat says, I'm watching on Zoom from Ibadan. Vera says, I'm watching from Delta. I am a student. Olabody says, I'm watching from Badagry. I'm in Lagos. I'm a teacher. Okay. I await others. I can hear you loud and clear. Claire, we can hear you. I can see you. Okay. I also have my slides ready. So I believe you can see my slide as well. I'm watching from Delta. I sell skincare supplements and products. I'm watching on Zoom from Abuja. I can see and hear you loud and clear. Good evening. I can see and hear you from Kano. I'm watching on Zoom from Abuja. Okay. Keep the comments coming. I'm into logistic and I'm working from Oka, but I'm based in Lagos. Okay, it feels good to know, Raju. Keep the comments coming. Someone said I'm a travel content. I'm watching from Lagos. Content creator and a vlog. I'm a baker. Interesting. I'm watching from Oyo State. I'm an agriculturist and a realtor. I'm watching from Unsuka, Enugu State. I'm watching you from Zoom. Okay, from Port Harcourt, from Ikorodu. It feels good to meet all of you this evening. So let me know where you're watching me from while others join us. One says, in a few minutes' time, I will start. I just want more people to join. Please says, thank you for the privilege. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm watching from Ogun State, from Delta, from Port Harcourt, from Ibadan, Lagos, Ikorodu, Port Harcourt, Enugu. Okay. Keep the comments coming as we're about to begin. I hope you have your pen and your book with you. Might also need to get water or biscuits, popcorn, as the case might be. Yeah, you're welcome, Mukhtar. Happiness is watching from Port Harcourt. Falashadi is watching from Lagos. Okay. Let me take a few comments from YouTube as well. All those were from Zoom. Okay, I'm watching from Yobe. I'm a student viewing from Port Harcourt, Nasarawa State. I'm watching from Port Harcourt. I'm watching from Ibadan. I'm watching from Ilesha, Osun State. I'm a content creator and a student. I'm watching from Lagos, Ikeja. Mariam, hello. Okay, I can hear and see your face. I can hear you. Good evening. Hello, ma'am. Enugu. Okay. Namdi says he's watching from Enugu. Okay, from Kano, from Abuja, from Ondo. Interesting. Ondo, from Oshodi, Lagos. Okay. In the next 3 minutes, we'll begin. It feels good to have all of you here. Thank you for coming. And this evening, I will be helping you speak better English. So I hope you have your pen and book ready. River State, Abuja, Kano. Interesting. In 2 minutes, we will begin. Okay. I'm watching from Lagos, Iwo, Osun State. Interesting. Mowe, Ogun State. Like, we have people from all parts of Lagos, all part of Nigeria, rather. From the north, from the south, from the west, from the east. That's interesting. That's the power of technology. From Lagos, from Owena. Is that the right pronunciation, Matthew? Owena of Ondo State. Okay. In 2 minutes, I will begin. Okay. Okay, so I believe you have our pen and our book ready. This says I'm watching from Cross River, Calabar. Cross River, I've never been to that state. Yes, I'm ready to begin. So I welcome all of you to the Elevate Your Diction webinar. And like I said, I need you to get your pen, get a book, and water. Tonight, I will share with you a 3-step formula that will enhance your diction. What exactly is diction? A lot of people feel diction is about changing your voice and sounding different or talking through your nose. No, that's not what diction is. Diction is about clarity, speaking a language clearly while pronouncing the words in that language correctly. So it means that for you to speak with proper diction, or should we say good diction, you do not have to fake your accent. You need to be natural. You need to be yourself. You need to be authentic. And of course, you must pronounce the words in that language correctly, which means that we have every language has its diction. You can speak every language with good diction or poor diction. To speak with good diction, speak clearly and correctly. So tonight we would learn a 3-step formula that would help you to speak English correctly by pronouncing the words in English correctly without sounding fake or without twisting your tongue or talking through your nose or sounding like somebody who you're not. So I will wait a second again to be sure that you're ready. I need you to get your pen, get your book, and of course, get water. And interestingly, I have a special gift for those of you who will stay till the end of tonight's session. Even though you're all accessing this session for free, it's a really big surprise. But of course, if you then stay till the end of the session, you would also have another gift. And the gift contains 3 things. It contains 2 videos. One of the videos contains sounds that would help you to start speaking better immediately you start to adopt them. The other video contains 10 commonly mispronounced words and their correction. And then we have an audio. The audio contains 100 everyday commonly mispronounced words as well. For this audio, you can download it on your phone and listen to it every day, perhaps while you're doing house chores or while you are in traffic, or you're just doing something that you could as well listen and learn other things. So the special gift I have is a valuable one, and it's only for those who stay until the end of tonight's session. So I want you to quickly consider this scenario. What will happen to you if you were paid more money for something just because of how you sound? Please imagine that. What would happen to you? Or let's assume that you were able to land a dream job without submitting CV or going for an interview simply because you speak English fluently. Or maybe we have teachers in here, I've seen the comment, you were able to speak so flawlessly and redeemingly in your Nigerian accent that your students fall in love with you. We also have lots of content creators, bakers, entrepreneurs, according to the comments. So imagine your clients, your fans on social media love you more and they respect you better because how you speak is unique and natural. It's not fake. It's not hello today. We will be talking about. It's nothing about that. It's you speaking English the way it should be spoken in your beautiful Nigerian accent. What would happen to you? I know that some of you will not believe it. In fact, I never believed it as well until I experienced it. Sometimes in 2019, I went visiting a friend who worked as a newscaster at that time. We got talking in her office, and someone walked in offering me a job as a newscaster without asking for one. I didn't go there because I needed a job. I went there to meet with a friend and spend time together. Of course, I didn't take the offer because I love my freedom. I also love to meet people every now and then. So I love to do webinars always. But then something happened. Later in 2019, I met a teacher who was a trained newscaster. At the time, she was working as a teacher in one of the schools in Lekki, but then she was a trained newscaster who was waiting for that big break on TV. She came for my training. The exact formula that I shared with her in 2019 is what I will be sharing with you tonight. After she learned, she implemented all that I taught her. And then she got a job with one of her favorite TV networks. How did that happen? Remember, I was offered a job that I never needed, I never wanted. So when I met her, she learned, and the best part was she implemented. And then we got talking one day. She mentioned that she was a trained mass communication student and she had always wanted to be on TV, but somehow she has not been able to get the opportunity. So I put in for her, I put in works for her at that same TV station. She went there, and of course, she was given the job. Now, she didn't get the job because of connection. It wasn't because of connection like we always think. It was because, yes, I did connected her, but she has what they wanted. She had what they wanted. She has what they want. Like she still has it. And she had it at that time. So let's assume Esther came for my training and she didn't implement. And then I put in words for her and she went and she was sounding what they don't want. Would they say because it's the diction queen, let's give her the job? No. She got it because she had the characteristics when it comes to speaking. So what did Esther did differently? Two things. Esther learned. She didn't learn for free anyway. You are getting it for free tonight. And most importantly, she implemented. How did she implement? By practicing. When it comes to speaking, it is not something you can change overnight. Some of us here, we've been speaking English a certain way for a number of years, maybe 30 years, 24 years, as the case might be. So you do not expect that after tonight, you would dramatically change how you speak. No, you have to practice what you have learned. And practicing starts from this session. It means that as we start to learn, you want to start to practice. How do you practice? One, by watching my mouth, knowing what my mouth is doing. Secondly, by trying to mimic me. Try to place your mouth, say what I say the way I have said it. If you're able to do that throughout this session, I can assure you at the end of this session, you would have learned and of course, practice how to pronounce certain words that when you start to speak using them correctly, it would change how you sound. And that was all Esther did. And that was what got her that big break. Now, here is feedback from Esther. For some of us that would not believe, she posted these on Facebook in 2019. I purposely didn't cover a name so that you can go and search, so you can read through. She said, I had to admit that the testimonial I got about my diction coach, Miss Bridget, my name is Olubukola R.B. Agbalia, the B that stands for Bridget, before we met. And my first impression about the training sessions exceeded my expectations. Blah, 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 blah. You can read others. And then she posted this other one on LinkedIn. She posted this sometimes in 2023. If you read through, if you get to this point, the third or the fourth paragraph, this part where she said, while I waited for the immediate breakthrough, I attended various training sessions, one of which included the diction coach training, thanks to Olubukola R.B. Agbalaya, who mentioned an offer at Core TV. She finally connected me. So I did connected her, but she got it because she had learned how to speak well. And she didn't just learn, she practiced. And that gave her that advantage to be able to showcase what they needed at the time when she went to meet them. So I understand that some of you might have attended diction trainings before, yet you have not experienced or the desired improvement in your speech. I would say that that is because you didn't follow proven formula. So what exactly is this proven formula that you must follow to not just help you learn, but to get results? That is what I will be sharing with you tonight. So here is the proven formula. This proven formula would help to enhance your diction for profitability, not just for you to speak well, but for you to speak well and get profit from it. Profit in terms of more money, profit in terms of more respect, profit in terms of better perception, profit in terms of confidence, etc. So what exactly is this formula? The formula is what I tagged Dick Claire. If you're with me, please type Dick Claire in the comments. If you're on Zoom, if you're on YouTube, type Dick Claire in the comments. Dick Claire. Now note that this formula is my formula. I can boldly say this anywhere that I put together these formula. It's not something that I copied on Google or copied from one AI. No, it is something that I put together from my years of experience and learning and mastering. So if you're a diction instructor here, or you're an English teacher, or even an English student, please, anywhere you want to mention this formula, make sure you give accolades to whom accolades is due, and that is Olubukola R.B. Agbalaya. So if you're with me, like I said, let me see your formula in the comments. Dick Claire. Now, each letter in this formula, I can see the feedback on Zoom. Thank you. How about on YouTube? Are you typing it in the comment? Now, each letter from this formula has its 3 steps. What this means is, in the formula Dick Claire, the D has its 3 steps. The I has its 3 steps. The C has its 3 steps. The second C, the L, the E. So each letter in this formula has 3 steps. So many letters do we have? We have 8 letters. And each letter has 3 steps. It means that we have about 24 steps to help you speak clearly. And of course, we cannot learn all of these tonight. So because of that, tonight we will stay put to learning just the first letter in my formula, that is the D. So we will be learning the 3 steps under the first letter in the formula Dick Claire. So let's get to it. The first letter in my formula is the D, and the D stands for Diction Fundamentals. Now let's talk about the word fundamentals. Note that I didn't say fundamentals. And that is because when you are pronouncing words that ends with suffix AL, a suffix is a group of letters. It could be just one letter that is added at the end of a word. So when you have words that you add suffix A and L at the end, when you want to pronounce such words, you are not expected to pronounce the A. You should not say fundamental. It is not al. Instead, try to ignore the A there and say fundamentals. We can have other examples like musical, usually, special, logical, legal, etc. So my D in the formula stands for Diction Fundamentals. So Diction Fundamentals, what exactly is Diction Fundamental? Diction Fundamental is the building blocks for clear and effective communication. Remember, I told you what diction is. Diction is about clarity and correctness. So for you to speak clearly so that you can effectively communicate, you should not skip the knowledge of diction fundamentals. So what happens when you skip diction fundamentals? You start to sound like Jennifer. For those of us that watch that movie, that episodal movie, Jennifer, there was a time where Jennifer and Adaku traveled and they returned to Nigeria. And Jennifer was trying to sound like someone who had been there before. She left out diction fundamentals and started sounding so ridiculous that people were like, are you for real? So if you don't want to sound fake, you don't want to sound ridiculous, please do not ignore diction fundamentals. I see a lot of people after diction classes, they jump to Sing-songing. They want to sound like, my name is Bukola. No, it's not about that. Pay much attention to diction fundamentals. So what are the 3 steps under diction fundamentals? The first step talks about clear articulation. You should clearly articulate your words, your sound. Second step talks about pronunciation rules. There's speech pattern, the way we use a sentence. So you must master these 3 steps. So let's start with the first step. Clear and precise articulation. Now you'd agree with me that words are got from sounds. To say it correctly, I am back, my network. Can you hear me now? Can you see my slide? Can you hear me now? Can you see my slide? Thank you, Perkers. Thank you, Blessing. Thank you, Pauline. Okay, I will proceed. So I was saying that for you to pronounce a word, you must be able to say the sounds in that word correctly. So you must be able to clearly say the sounds. It is not about rolling your tongue. It's not about saying hungry. No, it's about clearly saying the sounds in that word correctly. Let's consider a few examples of words. Now look at these words on my screen. The first word, as a Nigerian, I would say angry. Angry, I am angry. That's wrong. Note, when you have letter A in a word and it makes the ah sound, you are expected to open your mouth wide enough so the ah sound can come out where? Ah. Secondly, when you have letter G after letter N, the sound of letter N changes. So N and G makes the sound mm. The sound is that sound you make when you're carrying something heavy. Mm. Mm. So we have not ah, it's ang. If you're making the N and G sound correctly, you would feel a kind of load on your nose. Mm. It is not mm. They're 2 different sounds. Angry. Angry. That is the correct pronunciation of this word. Now let's go to the second word, the one that means that you need to eat. Now, first, this word has letter H. The letter H in that word is not silent, so you must be heard. you need to take a deep breath to make the sound of the letter H heard. Now, the letter U here, in Nigeria, we always articulate letter U as O. So you say hungry. No. Letter U should not sound O. Most times, letter U sounds ah. Now, the difference between the sound of letter U and the sound of letter A is this. For the sound of letter A, your mouth should be opened wide enough. While for the sound of letter U, your mouth should not be opened wide enough. Let's consider these two sounds. Letter U often makes this sound. Can you see the sound? The sound looks like V upside down, like letter V, but letter V is turning upside down. Ah, do not open your mouth wide to say that sound. Open it a bit, just half opened, and say ah, 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 ah. That is the sound of letter U. Now for the sound of letter A, here is the symbol here. You need to open your mouth wide for this sound. Ah. So if I want to say the word angry, my mouth should be wide open and I should say angry. For the sound, for the hungry, I wonder why this chart is blurry. Can you see the chart clearly? It's still blurry at my end and it's not always like that. I wonder why it's showing up like that tonight. Right, for the hungry words, that is the one that means you need food. The U sound, when you're articulating it, do not open your mouth wide. Just say hang. Is different from ang. Can you hear the difference? I believe you can see the difference in my mouth, and you can also hear the difference. So the first one is rightly pronounced angry. The second is pronounced hungry. So it is not angry, hungry. No. Let's go to the next two examples. So the first one, I have the word cheap and I have the word sheep. If you're like my father, you would struggle with pronouncing CH and SH. So what is the difference between these two sounds? For the CH sound, you put your teeth together and then you release the sound suddenly. You release the sound fast. Ch, ch, ch. For the SH sound, you put your teeth together and you release the sound slowly. You go shh, shh. Let's try it again. CH, put your teeth together and release the sound fast. Ch. For SH, put your teeth together and release the sound slowly. Shh. Shh. So it means that if you're like my father, whenever you want to pronounce any of these two words, as you approach them in conversation or in reading, you want to slow down. Do not be in a hurry to articulate them. When you articulate them in a hurry, you end up misarticulating them. My coach will say that speed kills, both in speaking and driving. So when speaking, try not to be too fast. Secondly, when saying a word, program your mind or your brain rather, program your brain to know that, okay, I'm articulating the CH word. So it means that I need to be fast with releasing the air. If it's an SH word, I need to take my time to release the air. So what happens is if you're articulating the CH sound and you slow down and you then take your time to release the hair, you would end up saying the SH sound. Same with the SH sound. When articulating the SH sound and you're too fast, you end up articulating the CH sound. That causes misarticulation. So for CH sound again, put your teeth together and release it suddenly. Ch. Ch. Here is the CH articulation. Here. Here is the CH articulation. Ch, 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 ch. What here is the SH articulation. Shh. sh, 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 sh. Now let's go to the last example that I have. I have bird and bed. Bird. Bird is spelled B-I-R-D. B-I-R-D. White bed is spelled B-E-D. But as a Nigerian, we often pronounce these two words the same way. We say bed, bed. The bed is on the bed, instead of the bird is on the bed. So what are we missing out? For the first one, B-I-R-D, anytime we're pronouncing a word that has letter R after a vowel, the letter R tends to affect the vowel. So it makes the vowel a longer vowel. So the I and R in that word, sound b, d, bird, bird. It is different from bed, B-E-D, bed. So B-I-R-D, the I and R in that word make this sound. The sound is articulated, watch my mouth. Make sure your tongue is in a relaxed position and then make the sound long. Americans make the sound as er, er, er. So the American would say bird, a British would say bird. Why for B-E-D? The letter E there makes this sound, as in egg. So it is just bed, bed. So henceforth, when I see this word, I should know that the I and R there makes a longer sound, bird. Excuse me. Why when I say this word, I should just say bed. So let's go over these words again. Say after me. Angry, hangry, cheap, sheep, bird, bed. So how was I able to pronounce these words correctly? It is simple. All you need to do is to learn the sounds that makes up these words. You must be able to identify all of these sounds that we have in English. You must be able to articulate them correctly. And of course, you must be able to put them together in words. So in English language, we have what we call the IPA chart. When we were in nursery school, we were taught the letters of the alphabet, A to Z. Interestingly, we do not use A to Z when pronouncing our words or when saying our words. We only use them when we are writing or spelling. But when it comes to speaking, we need the sounds of the language. Unfortunately, the sounds of the English language are different from the letters of the English language. So here on my screen right now, I have what I call the IPA chart. IPA means international. Remember, I have taught you how to pronounce words that ends with AL, suffix AL. So it's not international. International phonetic alphabet. If you're with me, please type international phonetic alphabet in the chart. Whether you're on YouTube or you're on Zoom, type international phonetic, in the chart. That is called IPA. IPA. The I stands for international, the P stands for phonetic, and the A stands for alphabet. So we have what we call the IPA chart. On the screen right now, I have the IPA chart. On the IPA chart, we have the sounds. So for the sounds, just like we have the letters, we have consonant sounds and vowel sounds. The consonant sounds are 24 in number, while the vowel sounds are 20 in number. Excuse me. The vowel sounds are 20 in number, while the consonant sounds are 24 in number. So it is important for you to know how to articulate all of these sounds. There are 44 in total. You must also be able to identify them in words. You being able to do that will help you to be able to pronounce any English word correctly without sounding fake or relying on a diction instructor or help from someone. So tonight we're going to learn some of these sounds, not all of them, because remember we are learning 3 steps tonight, and this is just the first step. So let's quickly go to learning these steps. The first, I would go through the consonant sounds first. So let's go through the consonant sounds together. So the first consonant sound that I have is the P sound. P, P, P. The P sound. How do we articulate the P sound? The P sound is articulated by putting your lips together and saying and puffing out air. P. Put your lips together and puff out air. P, 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 P. So to articulate that sound, you have to say P. Please make sure you're not saying po. It is P. So what is the P sound? To put the P, let's consider words around the P sound. So we can have words like purse, purse, not pause. Say purse. We can also have the word pencil, pencil, not pencil. Watch my mouth. My mouth didn't come out like ooh. It's still. Most times when we have a word that ends with letter L, a lot of people do not pronounce the letter L. They just say pencil. No, should be pencil. We also have the word penis. So you don't say penis, you say penis. We still have the word pocket. Don't say pocket, say pocket, pocket. So let's go through the words again. Number 1, say pencil, pencil, purse. Now remember the word purse. I spoke earlier about words that have letter R after a vowel. If you spell the word purse, you have letter R after letter U. So because of the R that you have after letter U, the U and the R sounds purse. Then we have the word pencil, not pencil. Penis, penis. We also have the word pocket. Now the second sound I have is B, B, B. For the B word, for the B sound, I have words like biscuit. So you don't say biscuit, you should say biscuit. I have a biscuit, not I have a biscuit. Biscuit. I can also have the word basket. Basket. Now, when we have words that ends in K-E-T, the E in that word is usually sounds A, not S. It's not basket. It is basket. We also have the word build. It's not build. The U and I in that word sounds A, build, build, and not build. Now, the next sound that I have is T, T, T. I have the sound T. T, T, T. For the T sound, we have words like turtle, turtle, not turtle. It is turtle. We can also have the word tortoise. A lot of people pronounce that word as tortoise. Please say tortoise, tortoise. tortoise. So tortoise, not tortoise. Please do not say tortoise. It is tortoise. We can also have the word, excuse me. We can also have the word teacher. I hope you're not one of those that say teacher. It is not teacher. It is teacher. Teacher and not teacher. Teacher. Now the next sound that I have is D. Excuse me. D. I have the D sound. So for words with D sound, I can have words such as dirt. It's not dirt. Or perhaps let's use the word dirty. It is not dirty. Dirty. Don't say dirty. Remember, we have letter R after a vowel again. So the vowel sound there will be long. Dirty. I can have the word donkey. Donkey, not donkey. Donkey. I can have the word daughter. Daughter, not daughter. Now the next consonant sound that I have is ch. Ch. We have talked about this sound, the CH sound. Remember, put your teeth together and blow out air. Excuse me, put your teeth together and release the air suddenly. Ch. Ch. So we can have words like cheese. We can have nature. We can have question. So it's not question, it is question. Sometimes when we have letter S before TION suffix, the TI there usually sound like CH. So it's not question, it is question. Question. Very well. The next consonant sound that I have is J, 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 J. And for that sound, I can have the word January. It is not January. January. It is not January. Say July. It is not July. July. It's not July. July. It is not July. So my birthday is in July. July. I can also have the word general. General. We have talked about words ending in suffix al. So it is not general. 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 The next consonant sound that I have is k. 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 And for the k sound, I can have words like carpet. Earlier, I mentioned that when you have words ending with et, like in basket, the E there sounds A. This right here is the A symbol. This is the A sound. It's a vowel. A. So it's carpet. The letter E there sounds A. Same with basket, market, socket. So those words that have ET at the end, we don't say socket or socket. We don't say jacket or jacket. The E there sounds A, jacket, socket, rocket, etc. So back to the K sound, we have carpet. I also have the word cucumber, not cucumber. Cucumber, cucumber. I love cucumbers, not I love cucumber. Cucumbers. We also have the word cupboard, not cupboard. Cupboard, cupboard. The letter P in that word is silent. So you don't say cupboard, you say cupboard, cupboard, cupboard. And lastly, I have the sound G, G, G. For the G sound, we can have words like gurgle. There is a R after the U. So because of that, the sound become longer. The vowel there become longer. Gurgle. I can also have the word good. It's not good. When greeting, a lot of people say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. No, it's good morning, good, not good. Can you see the difference in my mouth? Good, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good. We can also have the word, excuse me, go. It's not go, it is go. The vowel in the word go is a diphthong. This is the vowel here. Oh. A diphthong comes in two, one, two. And when saying them, you must go slowly from the first sound to the second sound. Oh, go. It's not go. Now let's take these sounds again. The sounds on the first row. Let's take them again with few word examples. P, pencil, purse, penis, pocket, b, biscuit, build, t, total, tortoise, d, dirty, donkey, ch, cheese, nature, question, j, January, July, general, k, carpet, cucumber, cupboard, g, gurgle, good, go. Now let's go to the next set of consonant sounds. So the next set, we have the first sound. So for the sound, we can have words like off. We can have features, features. We can have father. So it's not father, it's father. The letter A in that word makes a long vowel sound. Ah, father, features, off. The next sound we have is v, v, v. So for the v sound, we can have words like of. So take notes, OFF and OF are not pronounced the same way. OFF is pronounced off. OF is pronounced of. Of. We also have the word vehicle, not vehicle. Vehicle, not vehicle. We can also have the word visor. It's not visa. The letter S in that word sounds like a S. Visor, not visa. Now the next sound we have is the sound of TH. There are two TH sounds. This is one TH. This is another TH sound. The first TH sound is called the voiceless TH sound. For the voiceless TH sound, you need to put your tongue in between your upper teeth and your lower teeth and blow out air this way. So for this sound, we can have words like muff, we can have buff, we can have think, we can have anthem, etc. Now, most Nigerians articulate this voiceless TH sound as a T. So we hear them say mats, bats, think. That is wrong. For both TH sound, it is important that you put your tongue in between your upper teeth and your lower teeth. Math, bath, think. Now let's go to the second TH sound. For the second TH sound, that is called the voiced TH sound. For the voiced TH sound, put your tongue in between your upper teeth and your lower teeth and make vibration this way. The. If you do it well, you feel vibration on your vocal cord. If you watch me well, you could even see the movement. Unlike the first one, no movement at all. That is for the voiceless TH. But for the voice TH, there is movement. The. So for the sound, we can have words like smooth. We can have, we can have the word bathe. We can have the word them, etc. So for TH sounds, anytime you see a word that has TH, most times your tongue should be placed out. Your tongue should be in between your upper teeth and your lower teeth when articulating them. Now, sometimes the H might be silent. When the H is silent, you address the T as just a T sound. But if the H is not silent, then your tongue must be outside. Smooth, bathe, them, math, bath, think. Now, the next consonant sound that I have is S. Now, for this sound, we can have words like assume. A lot of people pronounce this word as assume. They change the S to a Z. No, you do not have to change the S sound to the Z sound most times. Yeah, there are some words where you need to change the S to a Z sound. Well, there are some words where you should not change them. So you must be able to identify words where the letter S remains the sound, or where the letter S should be articulated as a Z sound. So for example, the word assume, as in snake, assume. You can also have the word, base. The S in this word, do not change it to a Z. Base. You can have the word basic. The S in this word as well, do not change it into a Z. You can have the word December. The word December, there is no S, but there is a C. The C in that word sounds like a S. Some people pronounce this word as December. They change the C to a Z. No. December. Now the next consonant sound we have is the. And now we can have words with Z. Remember I said sometimes letter S can change to a Z, and sometimes letter S does not change at all. So let's consider some words where the letter S there changes to a Z. For example, the word rise, R-I-S-E. The S in this word sounds like a Z, rise. We can also have the word raise, raise. The S in this word sounds like a Z. And we can have other words like that. Let's consider a few words with Z. We can have zoom. We can have zip, etc. Now, the next consonant sound that I have on this roll is sh, the SH sound. Remember, for the SH sound, you put your teeth together and release the sound slowly. Shh. Here are a few word examples. We can have the word shout. We can have the word shine. Now, sometimes you can have CH sounding like SH. Some words that have CH and they're from French origin, they sound like SH. For example, the word chef, the word chevron, the word crash. These words, as you spell them with CH. But when you pronounce them with SH. Excuse me. So there are some words that when you spell them, you spell with CH. But when pronouncing them, you should use the SH sound. Example of such words, we have chef, chevron, crush. There are other words like that. And lastly, on this roll, we have the j sound. J, j, j. So for the j sound, for you to articulate the j sound, you need to put your extreme teeth together and say j, j, j. You can use the right extreme or the left extreme, anyone you're comfortable with. Now you can have this sound in words like Peugeot, Peugeot. It's not Peugeot, Peugeot, jo. You can have it in the word beige. It's not beige, beige. You can have it in the word television. Now, talking about the word television, when you have a word that ends with S-I-O-N, as a Nigerian, we often pronounce S-I, as Nigerians, we often pronounce S-I-O-N as Sean. No. S-I-O-N do not always sound shun. Sometimes it can sound jun, jun. Let's consider it. When you have a vowel, or letter R before S-I-O-N, S-I-O-N will sound jun, jun, jun. But when you have any other consonant letter, when you have consonant letters, except letter R, when you have it before S-I-O-N, S-I-O-N will sound shun. I would explain the rule again. So S-I-O-N, excuse me, S-I-O-N can make two different sounds. It can sound jun, it can sound shun. When you have a vowel letter, letter A, letter I, letter E, letter O, or letter U, or you have letter R before S-I-O-N, S-I-O-N will sound jun. But when you have any other consonant letter, remember that letter R is a consonant letter. So when you remove letter R from all the consonant letters we have, all the 21 consonant letters we have, I remove letter R from it. So when you have any of those consonant letters before S-I-O-N, S-I-O-N will then sound shun. Let's take examples. So for example, if I have the word vision, in the word vision, I have letter I before S-I-O-N. So because of the letter I there, S-I-O-N will sound jeune, vision, jeune. Let's take one more example. I have the word excursion. In the word excursion, I have letter R before S-I-O-N. So because of the letter R that I have before S-I-O-N, S-I-O-N would also sound jeune. Excursion, excursion, not excursion, excursion, jeune, vision. Let's go to the second rule. The second rule says that when you have any other consonant letter apart from letter R before S-I-O-N, S-I-O-N will sound shun. So for example, if I have the word mission, before S-I-O-N, what I have is letter S, mission. So if I have the word mission, the letter S here, because I have letter S before S-I-O-N, S-I-O-N will sound shun, mission, commission, etc. I hope I'm communicating. Please let me know if you understand the S-I-O-N rule. I'll take it one more time. If you have a vowel letter or letter R before S-I-O-N, S-I-O-N will sound jeune. But if you have any other consonant letter before S-I-O-N. S-I-O-N will sound shun. So it means that it's not every time that S-I-O-N will sound shun. Thank you, Blessing. I appreciate your feedback. So now let's practice all of these words together. Please say after me. Of, of, teachers, father, of, vehicle, visor. Put your tongue outside. Muff, buff, think. The voice th, put your tongue outside as well. Smooth, bathe, them. Then we have assume, base, basic, December. The next one, rise, raise, zoom, zip. It's like shout, shine, chef, chevron, crash. Excuse me, please. Okay, let's proceed. So I have the word shh. Excuse me, please. Please give me a few seconds. Apologies, I had a challenge with my slide. So I was trying to work on it. So let me share my slide now. Okay, I believe you can see it now. Thank you. So I was talking about I was going through the words that we practice for this set of rules, for this set of consonant sounds. Oh, I don't have those words again. Those words are gone. Okay, let's proceed. So we'll move to the next set of words. We have the next set of consonant sounds, rather. So the first one I have here is mm. So for this, I have words like mother, mother. I also have the word murder. Now look at these two words. The first word, mother. The letter O there makes this sound. I had explained this sound earlier. That sound that you need to open your mouth just a bit, half open. Don't open it too wide. Ma. And then the word has TH. Remember, we have learned the TH sounds as well. Put your tongue outside. Mother. The. Now let's talk about words that ends with E and R. When a word ends in E and R, most times the ER sounds this is the symbol. This symbol is called the schwa. To pronounce the symbol, you need to make sure that your mouth is not opened because it is a closed sound. When we talk about vowels, some vowels can be open vowels, like this one, where you need to open your mouth wide, as in angry. Some you need to open your mouth a bit, half open. We call them mid sound, like this, ma, the. Now, some sound you need to close your mouth, like the schwa sound, this sound, uh, 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 mother. So it's not mother. People say mother, it's mother, mother, teacher, etc. Then we have the word murder. We had talked earlier about when we have letter R after letter U. I said that when you have letter R after letter U, the vowel becomes a longer vowel. It makes this sound murder, murder. There is no TH here, so do not put your tongue outside. The next consonant sound we have is I believe you can still see my mouth. So for this sound, you can have words like nurse. We can have the word noun. We can have the word now. A lot of people do not know the difference between noun and now. Noun ends with a n sound. Now, there is no n sound. This is noun. This is now. And this is nurse. Because of the R after the U, you should make a longer sound. Nurse. It's not ness. It is nurse. The next sound we have is that sound that I talked about when I was explaining how to pronounce angry and hangry. The NG sound. This sound is rightly pronounced. You need your nose to pronounce the sound properly. It is a sound you make when you carry something heavy. Hmm. We can have the sound when we have NG or NK in words, like in the word sing. So you don't say sing. The G sound should not be said. Sing. We have the word tongue, not tongue. We have the word bank. Bank. So when we have a K after an N, the N sounds and we still hear the sound of the K. But when we have a G after an N, the N and G comes together to sound without the G making an extra sound. Sing, tongue, bank. Next we have the sound. Take a deep breath. For this sound, we can have words like house, hospital, not hospital. Now, sometimes letter H can be silent in words, like in the word air, hour, honest, etc. In these words, the H sound should not be heard. Air, say it without the sound of the H. Hour, say the word without the sound of the H. Honest, say the word without the sound of the H. But in house, hospital. The H in those words aren't silent. So we must hear the sound of these H's. House, hospital. Now you see some people, when they want to pronounce words that start with vowels, they add a H to it. When they want to say the word apple, you hear them say apple. When they want to say the word egg, you hear them say heg. When they want to say the word I, you hear them say hi. That is wrong. That is called H factor. Do not add the sound of H to words that start with vowels. Never add the sound of H to words that start with vowel, except there is a H there. But when you spell a word and there is no H in that word, do not take a deep breath. Instead, hold your breath so that you do not add the sound of H to it. So it is apple, egg, I. Also, when you have an H in a word, ask yourself, is the H silent or not? If the H is silent, make sure you're not pronouncing the H. If the H is not silent, make sure we can hear the sound of the H. Now, the next sound we have is ooh, ooh. For the ooh sound, we can have words like laugh, not love, laugh. We have laugh. In the word laugh, the vowel is long. Laugh. I can have the word school. It's not school. We have the word football. It's not football. The L should be heard. Football. School. Laugh. Love. And next we have the sound roll your tongue. Some people do not know how to articulate the r sound. The tip of your tongue should curve backward. R. For the the tip of your tongue should touch the upper part of your teeth. For the the tip of your tongue should curl backward. R. That's the difference between the and the sound. R. So for the sound, we can have words like river, not river, river, river. We can have the word restaurant, restaurant, not restaurant, 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 not restaurant, restaurant. And we have the sound w, 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 w. For the w sound, we can have words like window, window, woman, women. So the plural of woman is women. It's not women. It's women, women, window, women. And then we have the y sound. That is the last sound on the consonant part. We have the sound yacht, not yatch. Yacht. The C and H are silent. Yacht. I will buy a yacht, not a yacht. We also have the word young, not young. Young. We have the word yellow, not yellow. Now let's take these sounds and words again. Say after me. Mother, murder. Nurse, noun, now. Sing, excuse me, tongue, bang, house, hospital. Now remember that sometimes letter H can be silent. Air, hour, honest. Also, when we have a vowel at the beginning of a word, we should not add the H sound. Apple, egg, I. Then we have the O sound. We have words like love, love, school. We have the R sound. We have river, restaurant. We have the W sound. We have window, women. And then we have the Y sound, as in yacht, young, yellow. So we're done learning all the 24 consonants. We still have the 20 vowels, but we cannot take that tonight, considering the time. Now, before I proceed, I'd love you to quickly go to the WhatsApp chat to tell us how the class is going for the sake of those that are not here. Do not leave the Zoom meeting. Just minimize, or if you're on YouTube, do not leave the YouTube meeting. Just minimize, go to the WhatsApp group and tell us if you're learning, if it is worth your time, if it is worth your data, and if it is good that you are here. Okay? Okay? Okay. All participants are muted, Grace. No participant is talking. I do not know where you're hearing that sound from, but all participants are muted. That means I've muted them already, so there's no way you can hear any participant. You can only hear my sound. So go to the WhatsApp group, tell us how the class is going, if it is worth your time, if it is worth your data, and it is worth your energy. I'll be in the WhatsApp group to read your feedback. Quickly do that so we can proceed. We have 2 more steps to go and we'll be done for tonight. Let me see what you're saying in the WhatsApp. Go to the WhatsApp group. Let me know how the class is going. Go to the WhatsApp group. Excuse me. Let me know how the class is going. Let me know if you're getting value, if it is worth your time, if it is worth your data and your energy. Do not leave the Zoom session, just minimize. Go to the WhatsApp group to tell me how it is going. I'm waiting. I'm in the WhatsApp group reading your charts. So keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Go to the WhatsApp group. Tell me the experience you're having here. So for the sake of those who are not here, let them know what they're missing. Okay, I appreciate everyone who did that. Now let's move to step 2. Step 1 talks about clear and precise articulation. Step 2 talks about pronunciation rules. So there are some rules that you must learn to help you pronounce your words correctly. Tonight, let's talk about just 2 of them. So the first talks about the vowel length. Let me quickly refer you back to the IPA chart. Remember when I explained what the vowels are? The vowels are the sounds with the harsh background. Now, if you look at the vowels closely, you realize that some of them have 2 dots, while some don't have 2 dots. Some of them even come in pairs. Those that come with 2 dots, they are the long vowels. When you want to say these vowels, you must say them long. You say them long. You make them long. Just like some of the words we are learning tonight, like the word nurse, father. The vowels in those words are long, so you must say them long. Now, there are some vowels that do not have 2 dots. These are the short vowels. When pronouncing words that have the short vowels, you must say them short, like bed. It is different from bird, even though their sounds are different. They also have the same length. They also have different length, rather. Now, there are some sounds that come in pairs. These sounds that come in pairs, they are called the diphthong sounds. It means that to say these sounds correctly, you must glide from the first sound to the second sound. So, for example, if I want to say the sound, I would say ear, ear. So let's go back to pronunciation rules. So one of the rules says that you must pay attention to the vowel length of each word in a sentence. So when you're saying a sentence, or maybe you're pronouncing the word in isolation, the length of the vowel in that word is important. So let's consider these two sentences. The first sentence I have, it says, "Can I sit on the seat, please?" As a Nigerian, I'll likely read this sentence by saying, "Can I sit on the seat, please?" That is the normal way an Afro-Nigerian would read it, with a flat tone, pronouncing each word equally. "Can I sit on the seat, please?" That is wrong, because these words do not have equal vowels. Some of the words here have short vowels. Some of them have long vowels. Some of them even have the glide vowels. So it is important that I pronounce each word correctly considering the vowels they have. So the first word I have here, can. It has a short sound, a short vowel. Ah, can. The next word I have, I, has a glide vowel. I, can I. Sit, the vowel in sit is also short. A, sit. Can I sit? Now, if you look at my reading, can I sit, you realize that I have started creating a rhythm. It is not can I sit, because I am articulating the short sound short. I'm articulating the glide sound glide. I'm articulating the long sound long. I'm already creating a rhythm like I'm singing. Can I sit? It's different from can I sit. Let's proceed. The next word I have is on. It has a short sound. Can I sit on? The next sound, the. The vowel here is short as well. Can I sit on the seat? Seat has a long vowel. Can I sit on the seat? Can you see that part? Can I sit on the seat? The last word also has a long vowel. Can I sit on the seat, please? It's different from can I sit on the seat, please? So in English, when we read sentences, especially sentences, we're supposed to create a rhythm. It's supposed to sound like we're singing. But it doesn't mean I should say, can I sit on the seat, please? It doesn't mean I should sing, because there are strategy to getting this. One of it is paying attention to the length of your vowels. So how do you know when a word has a short vowel, or it has a glide vowel, or it has a long vowels? Some of the things you need to do is to know the sounds that we have in each word. To do that, you must learn all the 44 sounds, and not just learn them, master and practice and master them. Another way you can do this is to be able to identify these sounds, the symbols of these sounds, and then leverage the dictionary. Another way to do it, which is not very accurate like the first and the second, is to pay attention to the spellings of the words. Sometimes the spellings of these words can give us hint. They are not always accurate. So for example, when we have two letters, like in the word seat, there are two vowels there. So most times when we have two vowels like this, it is either the vowel is long or it's a glide. It's rare for you to have two vowels, two vowel letters, making a short sound. It's rare. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but it's rare, right? So can I sit on the seat, please? Two things. I'm making sure that I'm articulating my sounds correctly. And secondly, I'm making sure that those with the long vowels, I say them long. Those with the short vowels, I say them short. Let's go to the second sentence. She bought the pot at the port. So it is not she bought the pot at the port. No. The first word, she, has a short vowel. She bought, has a long vowel. The has a short vowel. Pot has a short vowel. At has a short vowel. The has a short vowel. Port has a long vowel. One of the reasons why port has a long vowel here is because of the R. I'd explained earlier that when we have letter R after a vowel letter, most times the vowel letter becomes longer. She bought the pot at the port. Can I sit on the seat, please? I hope you're learning. So you must pay attention to the length of the vowels, And when saying the words or reading sentences or even in conversations, you want to take time to articulate words that have long vowels correctly, articulate words that have glide vowels correctly, and articulate words that have short vowels correctly. Now let's go to the second part of pronunciation rules, which talks about silent letters. In English language, when we spell a word, when it's time to pronounce that word, sometimes some of the letters that we have written in the spelling do not say anything. They don't talk. For example, the word listen. The letter T in that word, its sound should not be heard. We should not say listen. The T sound should not be heard. Simply say listen. Another example is Wednesday. It is not Wednesday. Wednesday. The D is silent. The second E is also silent. We also have the word receipt. It is not receipt. It's receipt. The P should not be heard. Receipt. Muscle. The C should not be heard. Don't say muscle. Sandwich. The D here should not be heard. Sandwich. Island. I hope you do not say Eastland. Cupboard. The P is silent as well. Do not say cupboard. Knife. The K is silent. Don't say knife. Definitely, definitely the E is silent. Thumb. The B is silent. Don't say thumb. Thumb. Salmon. The L is silent. Castle. The T is silent. Answer. Hour. The H is silent. Comfortable. I hope you don't say comfortable or comfortable. It's comfortable. Comfortable. 3 syllables. Comfortable. Don't say comfortable. Scissors. Doubt. Could. Taste. Climb. Let's go over it again. Please say after me. Listen. Wednesday. Receipt. Muscle. Sandwich. Island. Cupboard. Knife. Definitely. Thumb. Salmon. Castle. Answer. Hour. Comfortable. Scissors. Doubt. Could. Taste. Climb. Very well. Now let's move to the third step, which is connected speech pattern. When we talk about connected speech pattern, have you ever watched an American movie where it seemed like when they are speaking, you can hear the beginning of their sentence, you can hear the ending of the sentence, or you can hear the middle of the sentence? Have you ever been in situations like that? When you're watching a movie, you can hear the beginning sentence, you can hear the ending sentence, but you can't hear the middle. If you have ever been in such a situation, let me know. I have experienced that before. I've really experienced that before, whereby I can hear the beginning sentence, I can hear the middle sentence, but I can't hear the ending sentence. Who has ever experienced that? And sometimes you'd have to rewind and rewind and rewind, yet you wouldn't hear what they are saying. That is because they have used what we call connected speech pattern. What do we mean by connected speech pattern? Connected speech pattern is when you're speaking, there are ways that you could turn 2, 3 words into one. So for example, there are different ways you could do that. One of the ways you could do that is called linking R. So for linking R, it happens that when you have a word that ends with letter R, in isolation, you pronounce the word without the R. That is in standard British pronunciation. You say car. But when you have that word in a sentence, if the next word after that word starts with a vowel, you are expected to link the R and the vowel together. So instead of saying car is, you say carries, carries, carries. So the R in car and the A in is, you put them together and it becomes one word, carries, instead of 2 different words, car is. Another example, if I have the word pastor, pastor ends in letter R. The next word start with a vowel. If I want to pronounce this word, I'll pronounce it as one. So instead of saying pastor is, I'll say pastor is, pastor is. So if you're not familiar with these kind of pronunciations, when people talk like that, you find it difficult to understand them. And also, when you speak, when you do not use this method, sometimes you sound like a rookie, like somebody who's just learning that particular language. These are the extent of learning connected speech pattern. So when you have a word that ends with letter R, the next word start with a vowel. We expect that you link them together and say them together. The car is faulty. The pastor is sleeping. My father and mother are driving. Father and mother are. So father ends with letter R. Father ends with letter R. And start with a vowel so you can put them together. Father and, it becomes one. Father and mother. Mother ends with letter R as well. R also start with a vowel. So you can also put these two together. So 4 words become 2 words. So instead of us saying my father and mother are driving, I would say my father and mother are driving. 4 words became 2 words. So that is called linking R. There are other connected speech patterns that we can learn, but for the sake of time, I will just stop at linking R. Still under connected speech, we have what we call intonation. In English, when speaking, remember I told you that you need to speak with a rhythm. You do not want to speak flat. So at the end of sentences, there's a way you expect it to land. You're either expected to use a rising tone or you expect it to use a falling tone. So, for example, intonation talks about the changes of the tone when you speak. It's either the tone of your voice rises or the tone of your voice falls at the end of whatever you're saying. So, how do you know when your tone should go up or when it should come down? Now, when you're asking a WH question, the WH question is a question that starts with WH word. WH word is a word like what, where, how. So if I'm asking a question like, what is your name? That is a WH question because the question starts with a WH word. So if I'm asking such question, I must fall. The tone of my voice should fall at the end. What is your name? Not what is your name? What is your name? Where are you going? How are you today? Another time that you should use a falling intonation is when you're making a statement. When you're making a statement like, I am learning, not I am learning. I am learning, right? You also use a falling intonation. Now, the second type of intonation we have is a rising intonation. You use a rising intonation when you're asking a yes or no question. A yes or no question is a question that when you ask, the person you're asking would either say yes or the person will say no. So, for example, are you learning? Are you learning? At the end, my voice went up. It rises. Are you learning? Your answer will be yes, I am learning, or no, I am not learning. So because your answer will be yes or no, at the end of such question, my voice should rise, right? So there are different other ways you can understand rising and falling tone. For example, if you're greeting someone and you're mentioning their name or you're giving them a title, we expect that you use a rising intonation. For example, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Good morning, pastor. But when you're greeting without a title or without mentioning the name of a person, we expect that you use a falling tone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, etc. There's more to learn on the intonation. And of course, I have word stress. Word stress is how you pronounce a word. In English, when you have a word that has more than one syllable, you expect to stress a part of that word. To stress the word means to say the word louder, longer, and clearer. So, for example, if I want to say this word, an average Nigerian will say climate. We say this word, we say the syllables in this word with the same energy. Climate, that is wrong. A part of this word should be said with a high energy, while the other part should be said with a low energy. So the part written in capital letter is the part said in high energy, while the part written in small letter is the part said with low energy. Now, how do you identify the part that you should say with high energy? How do you identify the part that you should say louder, longer, and clearer? And the part that you should not say louder, longer, and clearer? You need to learn word stress rules. We cannot do that tonight. To learn word stress rule, so let's assume you have learned word stress rule. One of the rules says that if you have a word that has two syllables and the word is a noun, you should stress the first syllable. Like the word climate, it's a noun and it has two syllables, climate. So because the word is a noun and it has two syllables, the rule says stress the first syllable. It means that you say the first syllable louder, longer, and clearer. Climate, climate, not climate, climate. Another example, we have the side. The side also has two syllables, but the side is a verb. So another rule says that when you have a word that has two syllables, the word is a verb, you are expected to stress the second syllable, the side. We also have the word spacious. Spacious also has two syllables, but spacious is an adjective. So the rule says if you have a word that has two syllables and it's an adjective, you stress the first syllables. There are a lot of rules you need to learn on the word stress. There are over 18 of them, and we cannot do all of that tonight. Let's practice these few words. Say after me. Climate, the side, spacious. So it's not spacious, spacious. Democracy, democracy. Geographic, geographic. Critical, critical. Knowledge, knowledge. Require, require. Extension, extension. So remember, the part written in capitals are the part we are stressing, while the part written in small letter, we aren't stressing them. Now, before I go ahead, let me quickly take a few questions, and then I conclude my class. Let me take a few questions. If you have questions, please send them in now. Let me go through questions. I have about 9 minutes for questions, so I can proceed. If you have questions, please send them in. Send in your questions so we can continue. Okay, while I'm waiting for your questions, I'll proceed to save time, right? If you have questions, feel free to send them to the chat, whether you're on YouTube or you're on Zoom, send in your questions and we'll be watching out for them. So while you're sending your questions, remember at the beginning we said we'll be talking about a three-step formula for a three-step formula, right? And I introduced my formula, which is Dick-Claire. The formula has 8 letters, and I said each letter has its meaning and it has 3 steps. And we have been able to learn the first part of the formula, that is the 3 step for the first letter. We still have the 3 step for other 7 letters. Now that you have learned the first part of the formula, I know it is important for you to learn the other part, but I would like to know if you're interested in learning the other parts of the formula. If you're interested in learning the other parts of the formula, let me know so I can let you know how I can do that for you. If you're interested in learning the other part of the formula, let me know. Mokhtar says, I wish I could attend the class till the end, but I would have to wake up at midnight. We're rounding off, so just stay back, Mokhtar, so that you can get access to the what's it called, the gift we promised. So if you'd like to learn the other part of the formula, please let me know in the chat. Also, if you have questions around everything we have learned or around pronunciations, feel free to send them to the chat as well. I'm waiting for your feedback. Would you like to learn the other parts of the formula? If yes, let me know in the chat. If you have questions as well, if yes, let me know in the chat. Okay, Juliana says, yes, I am interested in learning the other part. Okay, Abel says, the pronunciation is comfortable. 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 That's the pronunciation. Okay. Is philosophy. The word is pronounced philosophy. Technic says, I'd like to learn the other part of the formula. But I said, please, I need more explanation on word stress. I cannot do that tonight. I can't go through the other explanations on word stress. If you'd like to have other explanation on word stress, we have other opportunities that can allow you to do that. But right now, I can't do that. It's going to take all the night. Okay, Blessing says, yes, I would love to learn the other parts of the formula. Okay, okay. So for those of you that would love to learn the other part of the formula, then I would say to you, congratulations. I have a system that allows you learn the other parts of the formula, but not just learning these other parts, but of course, knowing and mastering. I remember the story of Esther at the beginning. Esther did not just learn, she mastered. And that was why she was able to go out there to confidently represent herself and let them know I am worthy of this, even though it was someone who mentioned my name. A lot of us have attended diction classes, and even after that, we still sound like our old self. That is because we have not mastered it. And to master it, you need to practice. Practice equals mastery. And it is that mastery that would help you to become that person who can speak to impress their listeners every time and everywhere. So if you desire to be that person that whenever you speak, people will be impressed, they would want to listen to you, they would love how you sound, then I promise you that you can do that in 6 weeks. Like I said, we cannot explain everything tonight. This is just one step out of about 24 steps. Imagine you want to do all of that in one night. It doesn't work. And it's not just about learning them, it's about practicing them to get result. Without that practice, you can't get result. Like someone who wants to lose weight, you go to the gym, you pay your gym instructor, but you're not doing anything. At the end of 1 month, do you think you will see results? No. You have to get into the act. You have to gym, even though you have paid them. You have to do the work. Same with communication. You have to do the work. And we have a system that would not just let you know, but would also help you master for profitability. And that is what we do at the Diction Mastery Academy. At the Diction Mastery Academy, we help you enhance your communication abilities to the point where your words start to command attention. We help you skyrocket your confidence, and we help you elevate your professional image to new heights. There are lots of people that do not talk in meetings. At the office, they do not talk. They don't have that confidence to speak out what they have in their mind or to present their ideas. If you enroll in the 6 Week Diction Master Academy, I guarantee you, before 6 weeks, your colleagues and boss would be amazed at how much you have to say because you start to say them. And if you're that person that want to command attention with your words, you should be in the 6 Week Diction Master Academy. I always look forward to opportunities where I get to talk because I get to command attention. I get to sway my audience, and I love the experience. So in the academy, we ensure personalized attention because we closely track the progress and transformative journey of each participant, which makes the academy a highly sought after one. It is not just another diction course. This is a place where Mondays to Fridays, you learn. Each person sends their assignments to the group. We listen to each person's voice note and we give feedback to each voice note. It's not a diction class where everybody sends voice notes and you just give feedback to everyone, general feedback. Or I've even attended some diction classes where all you do is listen to your instructors. You don't even have opportunities to do voice notes. And sometimes when you even do voice note and send back, they do not give feedback. Here we give each participant feedback Mondays to Saturdays for 6 weeks. Imagine you're doing one thing for 6 weeks, every day, Mondays to Saturdays. Have you heard the saying that if you do something over and over again for 21 days, that thing becomes a part of you? Now imagine you're doing that for over 48 days. What do you think the result will be? So here is what you would get when you enroll in the 6 Week Diction Master Academy. You get access to our e-learning platform. Our e-learning platform is available for you to learn Mondays to Fridays at any time that is convenient for you. Whether you're the type that love to learn early in the morning, late in the afternoon, when you're at break, during break at work, or you're in traffic when you're going home, or even midnight, 24 hours, 7 days a week, you can access the e-learning platform without any glitches. You don't even need to download any app. All you need is your phone and your browser. You'll also get access to 55 practical training sessions. Practical sessions, these are sessions where we would allow you talk, unlike this webinar where you're just listening to me. When we meet on Zoom on Saturdays and on Fridays, we allow you unmute yourself and talk to be sure that you have been the one submitting voice notes to the WhatsApp groups Mondays to Fridays to be sure it's not someone else that is doing that. So we want to see for ourselves that you're the one practicing. You'll also get access to quizzes for state knowledge assessment. It means that Mondays to Fridays, each lesson comes with assignment that you will do. Both the lesson and the assignment takes less than 10 minutes to conclude every day. So these quizzes are submitted via voice notes or videos. It depends on which one that is comfortable for you. And we have instructors in the group, in the assignment WhatsApp group, that listens to each person's assignment and give feedback to each person's. It is not a general feedback thing. We give feedback to A, to B, to C, to each person who submits his or assignment. Then you would have access to 12 live training sessions with interactive engagement. On Fridays and on Saturdays, we meet at 8 p.m. when we have interactive engagement, where we allow you to practice. We give you words to practice, we give you sentences to practice, we give you roles to fill to help you engage with other people. Also, during our live sessions, we divide participants into groups. So for example, right now on Zoom, we have about 34 participants. If this was a live training in the academy, these 34 participants will be divided into smaller groups where we would have like 7 groups, where in each group we can have 4 or 5 people. They practice amongst themselves. Now, they correct each other with love, they help each other grow, and then we go back to the WhatsApp group where each person says what they have done in the group. Aside that, during the group, we allow diction instructors to come in to give feedback in case you're not doing the right thing, right? Plus, you get access to our private WhatsApp group. We have a support group where we answer all your questions. We also have an assignment group where you submit your assignment Mondays to Fridays and you get feedback to each assignment. Plus, you get unlimited personal support from the Diction Queen. Should you have anything you want to work around at the office or at home as a student, I am there to support you. So this is all you would get for enrolling in the 6-week Diction Mastery Academy. Now, how does it work? In 4 steps. All you need to do is register for the academy. Then you log into your membership e-learning platform. Immediately you enroll, you get access to the academy. You start learning immediately you enroll. Then you watch the trainings and complete the quiz. So the trainings are short lessons that you can be done with in less than 10 minutes. Each training has a quiz. The quiz, you're expected to submit them via voice note to the assignment WhatsApp group, where there is an instructor that will listen to us, the voice note you have sent and give feedback and tell you, oh, you did this well, you didn't do this well, or you were not supposed to open your mouth too much here. Here, you're supposed to make sure your mouth are relaxed. Oh, this is not how to pronounce the words. Can you do this? We give structured feedback to help you improve because we know that the more you do this thing, the better you become. And then on Fridays and on Saturdays, we jump on the live sessions on Zoom where each participant on Zoom are allowed to talk. I listen to you, I give feedback. And after that, we also divide you into groups where you practice with fellow colleagues and instructors, where you challenge yourself and meet other people for growth. Now, to join the Diction Master Academy, all you need is $65. That is about 97,000 Naira. But because you are still here at the moment, because you have not left this webinar, you will not even have to pay half of 97,000 Naira. Instead, you would get into the academy tonight for just 31,999 Naira instead of 97,000 Naira. That is whopping 68% off. That's not just all. I also have what we call a complete refund assurance. You can record me at this point. What the complete refund assurance states is, if you enroll in the academy and you do not get results after 6 weeks, if you enroll in the academy tonight and you follow everything that I ask you to do and you do not get results after 6 weeks, I would refund you your money. The exact money you paid me tonight will be refunded back to you, and you will still get access to the academy. What this means is that we are so sure that you would get results. Otherwise, why would I be telling you to record me and I would refund you if you do not get results? Remember again, if you go through everything I ask you to go through in the 6-week Diction Master Academy and you do not get results in 6 weeks, I am ready to do a complete refund assurance. One funny thing about the academy is it doesn't even run for 6 weeks. Most times, most of our students, they keep coming back because after 6 weeks, we still give you the opportunity to attend our Zoom lessons where you can keep practicing. We understand that sometimes when you have learned something and you leave that environment or that community, you tend to forget or you tend to go back to your old self. So even when you have graduated from the academy, after you have submitted your project and you've got your certificate, the academy comes with a certificate, we add you to an alumni group where we get to practice once a month. We get to meet, have live sessions, have discussions where we practice our diction again once a month to ensure that you have not derailed from that path. So the Secret Diction Master Academy is not just a place or a course. It is a community of people that want to speak better. Now, in addition to this whopping 68%, you get all of these bonuses. You get 20 short pronunciation videos. These videos are sold for 15,000 naira, but you get them for free if you enroll tonight. These bonuses are only for those who enroll tonight. You'll also get my vocabulary development PDF. This PDF would help those that when they want to speak, they're always at a loss for words. They know what they want to say, but they don't have the right words to use. I sell this PDF for 5,000, but if you enroll tonight, you get it for free. Also, you get my video on how to never be at a loss for words. This video would help you such that when you're speaking, the truth is there's no one that is never at a loss for words. There are times that the words will not just come out well, but there are strategies to use so that you won't feel embarrassed or your audience would not really know. These are the things we discussed in this video. The video is valued at 10,000 naira, but if you enroll for the academy tonight, you get it for free. You'll also get my ebook on Know Your Silent Words. This ebook contains words that are silent from letter A to letter Z. Words that have silent A, words that have silent B, silent C, silent D, until Z. I sell this ebook for 5,000 naira, but should you enroll in the academy, you get it for free tonight. And also get my ebook on English punctuation marks. This ebook is sold at 7,500 naira. Some of us, we don't know how to use comma, full stop, exclamatory mark, etc. This ebook would help you. You'll also get my ebook on 100 common grammatical errors and corrections. When I ask us to make comments in the chats and in the WhatsApp groups, I see a lot of grammatical errors. This book would help you correct them. Some of us will still say things like, I'm learning, I'm interested. That is wrong. Never start a sentence with except it's a question. The right thing is I am learning or I'm learning. These are some of the things you learn in this book. The book is sold at 12,000 naira, but if you enroll tonight, you get it for free. You'd also get my ebook on 10 commonly misused expressions and their corrections. This is valued at 6,000 naira, but if you enroll tonight, you get it for free. You'll also get my video on how to earn more with your diction skill. Remember, I told you, this class is not just for you to speak better, but for profitability. You start to speak better and get more profit, either in monetary form or in terms of respect, perception, confidence, or even opportunities. These were the things we discussed in this video. The video is valued at 25,000 naira, but you would also get it for free should you enroll tonight. Now, all of these bonuses make a total of 85,500 naira, but you're getting all of these for free if you enroll tonight. Plus, you get my complete refund assurance. Remember the complete refund assurance. It means that if you go through the course, follow my lead for 6 weeks, and you do not get results, I would refund you how much you have paid without query. Now, the standard cost of the academy is 97,000. The bonuses are worth 85,500 naira, but you're getting all of these for just 31,999 naira tonight. Now, here are feedback from some people that have attended this class. Peaceful is from Kenya, and she said, the class has been an insightful one. What exactly most is how you carry everyone along in the practical session. Remember, I said this is a practical class. It is not a class where you just listen and listen. It's a class where you must do, you get to do. It is in the doing that the magic lies. Your corrections are made with love, and I look forward to learning without being scared of making mistakes. It was 2 weeks in training when I emerged the best speaker in a debate competition. While practicing, I heard your voice in my head, pronouncing those words correctly. Blah, 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 blah. You can read more on your own. This is from another person. She says, thank you so much, my amiable diction queen. You have done excellently noble. You can just read through. I do not want to bore you with all of this. This is another person. She said that, thank you, Coach Bukola. Coach Bukola is doing tremendous work relentlessly in the service of educating who wants to be educated on speaking right. Her videos are so self-explanatory, easy to understand. All you need is follow her lead. The best thing I like in her training is she never leaves your hand until you become master. That is it. Peace said that earlier, and this is another person saying it. I believe two people will not say two people will not be wrong when they say the same thing. Now, this is from a diction instructor who said, among the courses I enrolled into in 2024, this is in the fourth, this paragraph. I'm focusing on this paragraph. She said that amongst the courses I enrolled into in 2024, fluent speech happens to be one of the institutions I intentionally decided to suck from her wealth of experience. Blah, 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 blah. So what I'm saying here is we have feedback, voice notes, videos, audios of people in the academy. Right now, we have over 1,400 students in the academy, and we have not had any reason to refund anyone. The academy is that good. So if you're really committed in investing in how you speak, so you can have better opportunities, people can see you in better perception, in better light, they can respect you more, you can command attention, people can listen to you, then the academy is where you would be. I tell people this is the only diction course you need. After the academy, you do not need to enroll in any other course. I guarantee you that. Now, interestingly, I have a special offer for the first 10 people to enroll right now. This offer is just for 10 people. Once we get 10 people, the offer will be off the table. Remember, the academy is 31,999 naira plus all the bonuses and the complete refund assurance. But for 10 people tonight, I have a special offer to you. So it's for you to be one of the 10 people who would enjoy this massive discount right now. Get your phones ready as I reveal the payment details. Once we get 10 people to pay this particular amount of money, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. So for just 20,999 naira, that's a whopping 87% off. You get into the academy, get all the bonuses I have mentioned, and of course, get the complete refund assurance. So if you're interested in changing how you speak for better, here is the account details. You're paying into Olubukola R. Agbalaya UBA account 20697250016. Make a payment of 20,999 naira now to join the 6th Diction Master Academy into this UBA account. Then send payment proof to the WhatsApp group. Once we get 10 people, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. You're saving over 10,000 naira if you do this right now. After tonight, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. Plus, you would not get access to all the bonuses again. So what is the academy again? The academy would help you to speak confidently and eloquently. It would help you to be that person that commands attention once you open your mouth. How does it run? Mondays to Fridays. You learn at your convenient time, anytime that works well for you. Whether it's early in the morning, late at night, late in the afternoon, late in the morning, midnight, anytime that works for you, the e-learning platform is available 24 hours, 7 days a week. Now, each lesson on the e-learning platform has assignment. Both the lessons and the assignment takes less than 10 minutes to do. So this is something that can fit into your schedule. In 10 minutes, you're done daily. Now, the assignment, you submit that voice note to the assignment WhatsApp group. Very easy to submit. Once you submit, our instructor will listen to your assignment and give feedback to your assignment. Each person's assignment would be attended to Mondays to Fridays. Now, on Friday and on Saturday, we meet via Zoom, where we allow each participant to speak, to practice words, pronounce words, sentences, take role play, take up tasks to do, to help them practice their pronunciations and diction. And of course, you get corrected with love. And also, we group you into breakout rooms where you have access to also practice with other people on Saturdays, right? Also, after the 6 weeks, if we feel that you're not good enough to leave, we recommend that you keep joining the Zoom sessions on Fridays and on Saturdays to learn. And of course, you have a lifetime access to the e-learning platform, which means you can learn on the e-learning platform till eternity. All you have to do is just remember your login details. That is all. Even when you change your device, you do not have any problem with accessing the e-learning platform. Now, when you graduate from the academy, you get a certificate after you must have submitted your project. And once you get the certificate, we add you to an alumni group where you can learn with other students. You can practice rather, where you can practice with other students or other participants that have joined the academy. And one thing about the academy is it's a global one. We have clients from Kenya, we have clients from South Africa, we have clients from Ghana, we have clients from different part of the world. And these are not just people. These are people with perception. These are great people from different walks of life, from different angles of life that can help, that you can network with and grow your net worth, right? So the academy, if you pay tonight, is just 20,999 naira. Once we get 10 people to make that payment, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. If you have made your payment, please send your receipt to the group right now so that the admins can count you among the first 10 people. Once you get 10 people, the fee goes back to 31,991 naira. Somebody says, can someone with secondary school certificate enroll? Yes. The academy is so easy to understand that it allows children from the age of 13 years upward. So if a 13 years old can understand the courses in the academy, yes, someone with secondary school certificate can do that. Let's say I'm interested. When are we having another session? So I can make the academy is not a session thing. Once you enroll, you start. So it means that if you do not enroll tonight, it means that you will be paying 31,999 naira. It's only those who enroll tonight that will be paying 20,999 naira. After tonight, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. Okay? Any other question? If you have more questions, please ask. If you have made your payment, please send your payment to the group immediately. Send your payment link, your payment receipt to the group immediately so that you can be one of those that would get the academy for 20,999 naira. Once we get 10 people, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. If you have questions, please ask. If you have other questions, please ask. Yes, the academy comes with certification, and a certificate can be used worldwide, anywhere in the world. You can use a certificate anywhere in the world. We've had stories of people using a certificate to get better opportunities, so you can use a certificate anywhere in the world. Okay? This is very helpful. I'm open to many secrets in English communication I never knew. Okay. I love to know the other part of the formula. Okay. Yeah, to know the other part of the formula, all you need to do is to be in the academy where you not just learn the formula, but you would master it. And people can see it in you when you speak. When it comes to communication, it is not all about the certificate. It is more about what people can hear. People know the fake from the original. So when they hear you, they know it. It's that simple. When they hear it, they know it. So if you want to speak and you want people to start asking you, where did you school? Where do you work? You want them to be attracted to you. Then do not joke with your speaking. When people meet you, the first thing they check is how you look, and the next is how you speak. When they see you at first, they sight you and weigh you down. Okay, what's she wearing? What's she worth? And the next thing is what comes out of your mouth. So do not joke with the academy. Yes, murder, M-U-R-D-E is murder. M-O-T-H-E is mother. She murdered her mother. Any other question? She murdered her mother. Are there any other questions? Okay, are there any other questions? I'm waiting. Yes, the academy comes with certificate. After tonight, the academy returns the fee. The account number. The account number is still on the screen, Abel. The account number to pay in is still on the screen. The account number to pay in is still on the screen. Then the account number is also in the group. So if you don't have the account number, you can also get the account number in the group. So I said, can you please give us time at least to arrange the money? Yes, like I said, you don't have to pay tonight, but it means that if you don't pay tonight, you're paying 31,999 naira. It's only those who pay tonight that will get into the academy for 20,999 naira. After tonight, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. So of course, you have time, just that you will be paying more. Okay. Any more questions? If you have made your payment, please send your receipt to the group. If you've made your payment, please send your receipt to the group so that you can be one of the first 10 people. Once you get 10 people, the offer goes back to 31,999 naira. You can get the account details in the group. The account details is in the WhatsApp group where you got the link to join. So you can get the details there as well. Yes, the academy comes with certificate. And like I said, a certificate can be used anywhere in the world. The academy can be used anywhere in the world. You can use the academy certificate anywhere in the world. Okay, do we have more questions? If you have more questions about what we have learned or the academy, please send in your questions. Please send in your questions. Again, the academy runs for 6 weeks. You learn Mondays to Saturdays for 6 weeks. You don't just learn, you practice. The big part of the academy is practice, practice, practice. That is our watchword. Practice, practice, practice. Because we understand that the more you do, the better you become. The more you do, the better you become. So we give you all the opportunity you need to keep practicing. You practice daily, Mondays to Fridays, on WhatsApp through voice notes. And then you practice on Fridays and then Saturdays on the Zoom session where we can see your mouth, we can hear you, and we can give real-time feedback. You also have the opportunity to practice with others in the community, not just your instructors, but others that want to achieve the same goal as you in the community, where they correct you with love and respect. And of course, after the academy, if you do not get results, we do a complete refund of how much you paid. And if after the academy you got results, we add you to the alumni group where you get to also practice once a month. So do we have questions? Do we have questions? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? Do we have any other question? Okay, so again, once you get 10 people to pay for the academy, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. Once you get 10 people to pay, the fee goes back to 21,999 naira. After tonight, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. So if you pay for the academy, you get to learn and practice Mondays to Fridays, and also on Saturdays, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You learn at your convenient time. While on Saturdays and on Sundays, on Saturdays and on Fridays, we learn at 8 p.m. So should you not have the opportunity to join the Zoom session, the replay of the Zoom session would always be made available for you to practice, learn, and practice. Okay, in the absence of any other question, I'll go now. If you have made your payment, please send your payment receipt to the group for confirmation, because once you get 10 people, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. Okay, thank you, everyone. Abel says, I have paid. Good one. Please send your receipt to the group so that the admins can add you to those who made payment before we got our first 10 people. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful night rest, as I cannot see any other question. If you have any other question, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask. Yes, you can pay 21,000. Yes, sir. Peter, you can still get to pay 20,999 naira now. Yes, you still have that opportunity. to make your payment of 20,999. That is approximately 21,000 instead of 32,000. So that is you saving 11,000 naira extra. So if I were you, I would just make the payment now, because the truth is, if you really need this, you would eventually pay. So why pay more? Why pay more? So yes, Peter, you can go ahead and make your payment of 20,999 naira, approximately 21,000 naira. Because after tonight, once we get 10 people to make that payment, the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. Okay. Thank you for showing up. Have a wonderful night rest. The account details is still in the group. If you're interested in paying, make your payment now. Save yourself 11,000. Plus, get access to all the bonuses I mentioned. I think I should go through the bonuses again. The bonuses, you get 20 short pronunciation videos worth 20,000 naira. Excuse me. You get a video on how to earn more with your diction skills worth 25,000 naira. You get it for free. You get ebook on 10 commonly misused expressions and their corrections. This is sold at 6,000 naira. You get it for free if you enroll tonight. You also get 100 common grammatical errors and their corrections. This is sold for 12,000 naira. If you enroll tonight, you get it for free. You also get my ebook on English punctuation mark. Should you enroll tonight, you get it for free as well, instead of paying 7,500. You also get my ebook on Know Your Silent Words. This is sold as 5,000 naira, but should you enroll tonight, you get it for free. You'll also get my video on how to never be at a loss for words. This is for those people that want to say something, but the words aren't coming out. This video is worth 10,000 naira, but if you enroll for the academy tonight, you get it for free. You'd also get my vocabulary development PDF. This is sold at 5,000 naira, but you get it for free should you enroll tonight. And of course, you get my 20 short pronunciation videos. This is worth 15,000 naira. Should you enroll tonight, you get it for free. All of these are worth 85,500 naira. But if you enroll right now, you get them for free. Plus, instead of paying 31,999 naira for the academy, you get to pay just 20,999 naira for the academy. If you have made your payment, send your payment proof to the WhatsApp group to get access. Once you get access to the academy, you start learning. You learn Mondays to Saturdays at your convenient time. Whether you're a stay-home mom, you're an entrepreneur, you're a lecturer, you're a teacher, you're a content creator, a banker, or a student, you would be able to learn because the timing is so flexible. You pick your preferred time. It is only on Fridays and on Saturdays that we meet on Zoom at 8 p.m. And sometimes when you're not able to join us, you get access to the replay. Plus, after the 6-week Diction Master Academy, you get access to the alumni group where you still keep learning every month. Also, you get lifetime access to the e-learning platform, which means you can keep learning on the e-learning platform every other time. You can share with your children, you can share with your spouse. This is doable. And all you need is just 20,999 naira if you pay tonight. So if you want to speak to impress anyone, anywhere, anytime, you should be in the 6-week Diction Master Academy. Register right now. Take advantage of the 87% off, plus all the bonuses I mentioned, plus a complete refund assurance. Do that right now if you want to become a confident and eloquent speaker in just 6 weeks. If you have made your payment, please send your receipt to the group where you got the link. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful night rest. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I would be willing to answer you. Yes, Sunday, you can still pay. Yes, Sunday, please pay. You can still pay 20,999 naira. Apologies, Sunday, I didn't see your question early enough. Sunday, Igwe, you can still go ahead with your payment of 20,999 naira. Once after tonight, that is when the fee goes back to 31,999 naira. But right now, you can still make your payment of 20,999 naira. Do we have any more questions before I end this session? Do we have any more questions before I end this session? Okay, if you have made your payment, please make sure you send your receipt to the group so you can get access to the academy immediately and start to learn. Have a wonderful night rest, everyone. My best wishes.